Have you ever wondered why? Even though you take your vitamins every single day, your body still feels tired, your mind feels foggy, or your legs seem weaker than before. You believe you're protecting your health, but what if, in reality, those very supplements are silently making your body weaker day by day? Imagine standing in front of the mirror each morning, holding the bottle you've trusted for years, not realizing that each pill could be pushing your heart, your nerves, and your memory closer to danger. The truth that very few people over 60 ever hear from their doctors is this: not all supplements are safe or effective. Some are made from cheap synthetic forms that your body can barely absorb. Others, when taken together the wrong way, can raise your blood pressure, disturb your heart rhythm, or even harm your liver. And the cruel part, you might not notice it at first, not until your bones weaken, your energy fades, and the independence you've worked so hard to keep begins to slip away. That's why, in today's video, we'll uncover 5 supplements that truly protect your heart, brain, and energy, and 5 others you should never touch without proper medical guidance. You'll learn how to choose the right forms, avoid hidden drug interactions, and restore your body from the inside out naturally, safely, and effectively. But the most surprising truth lies at the very end, a discovery that could completely change the way you age. So stay until the very last moment, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which supplements to keep and which ones to throw away for good. And tell me in the comments below, how many supplements are you taking every day right now? Every morning, millions of people over 60 start their day the same way, with a handful of colorful vitamins they truly believe are keeping them young. But what if those pills aren't protecting your youth at all? What if they're quietly speeding up the very aging you're trying to slow down? We've been taught since childhood that the more vitamins you take, the healthier you'll be. We picture strength, glowing skin, a strong heart. But the truth is, after 60, your body changes, stomach acid weakens, digestive enzymes decline, and those cheap multivitamins that once worked in your 40s now just pass through, or worse, do harm. Have we mistaken bright labels for real quality all this time? Take Mary, 68, from Ontario. For years, she took a one-a-day multivitamin because it was affordable and easy to find at the pharmacy. She thought she was being responsible until her doctor told her her B12 levels were dangerously low and her nerves were showing early damage. She was shocked. How could that happen when she never missed a day? The answer stunned her. The B12 in her supplement was cyanocobalamin, a cheap synthetic form that her aging liver couldn't properly process. Instead of nourishing her, it was quietly draining her energy. And Mary isn't alone. Many older adults are still taking folic acid instead of 5-MTHF, or pyridoxine HCl instead of P5P forms that are harder for the body to absorb, leaving them tired, numb, and mentally foggy. Even worse, synthetic vitamin E, often labeled DL-alpha tocopherol, is a petrochemical imitation that blocks the natural vitamin E your cells actually need. Your body after 60 is like a classic car, still beautiful, still capable, but it needs the right fuel, natural. Bioactive vitamins like methylcobalamin, 5-MTHF, P5P, and natural mixed tocopherols are that clean fuel. Synthetic ones, they're sludge creating oxidative stress, silent inflammation, and premature cell damage that shows up as thinning hair, slower healing, or that constant run-down feeling you can't explain. Tonight, take a moment to check your supplement labels. If you see DL-alpha tocopherol, cyanocobalamin, or folic acid, consider switching to methyl B12 5-MTHF folate or P5PB6 forms your body can truly use. And always look for third-party tested or USP verified labels to ensure purity and safety. Changing one vitamin might seem small, but for many seniors, it's like turning on the light in a dim room. Within weeks, energy returns, sleep deepens, and mood stabilizes because for the first time, your body isn't fighting what you swallow, it's embracing it. If this message resonates with you, leave a 1 in the comments. Let's see how many of us have fallen into this hidden trap together. It's never too late to choose better supplements and truly feel the difference. But even if you fix this mistake, there's still one piece missing: a single vitamin that can reverse nerve damage and stabilize blood sugar at the same time. It's one of the most overlooked secrets to staying strong after 60, and it's waiting for you in the next section. Imagine waking up one morning and your hands feel slightly numb. You shake them off, thinking it's just from sleeping wrong or simply age catching up. But a few days later, it happens again. This time, the tingling spreads down to your feet, a burning sensation, a heaviness that makes every step feel slower. What if I told you that one forgotten vitamin, one missing nutrient, could be the real reason behind it all? Most people believe that nerve pain, tingling, or fatigue after 60 is just part of getting older. But what if it's not aging at all? What if it's a deficiency that modern medicine rarely talks about? This missing nutrient isn't rare or expensive. It's actually a special form of vitamin B1 called benfotiamine, a nutrient that can protect your nerves, blood vessels, and even your eyesight from the silent damage of time. Let me tell you about John, 72, from Alberta. He was a retired bus driver, strong, steady, the kind of man who never missed a day of work. But over the years, he began feeling sharp pins and needles in his feet, as if electricity was running through them. He thought it was just his diabetes getting worse. His doctor changed his medication, adjusted his meals, but nothing worked. Until one day, a new specialist asked a simple question: are you taking regular thiamine or benfotiamine? That question changed everything. Within months of switching, John's pain eased, his balance improved, and for the first time in years, he could walk his dog again without fear, without pain. The science behind this is remarkable. Regular thiamine, the common form of vitamin B1, is water-soluble, which means it's flushed out of your body before it can do much good. Benfotiamine, on the other hand, is fat-soluble, allowing it to stay longer in your cells and reach deep into your nerves, brain, and heart. It blocks harmful molecules called AGEs, advanced glycation end products, the same toxins that stiffen arteries, damage nerves, and speed up aging. If you want to protect your nerves and blood sugar, here's what to do. First, look for benfotiamine supplements with a dosage of about 150 to 300 milligrams per day, ideally taken with food. Second, avoid alcohol or high-sugar meals when taking it, as both can reduce absorption. And third, if you have diabetes or prediabetes, ask your doctor about combining benfotiamine with alpha-lipoic acid, a powerful duo that strengthens nerve protection even further. Think of it as building an invisible shield, one that slowly restores what time and sugar have taken away. Because no one wants to lose the feeling in their hands or feet. Losing that means losing independence, losing the ability to do the simple things you love driving, cooking, holding your grandchild's hand. This small nutrient might just give you back that freedom, helping you feel sharper, steadier, and more alive. But protecting your nerves is only half the story. The next danger is even more common and far more deceptive. It's a mineral that almost every person over 60 takes, yet it could be quietly hardening your arteries instead of helping your bones. Stay with me, because what's coming next might change the way you think about one of the most trusted supplements in the world. If you've always believed that calcium is the hero of aging, the nutrient that keeps your bones strong, prevents osteoporosis, and protects your joints, you're not wrong. But here's the truth. Few people dare to say out loud calcium itself can quietly harm you every single day, especially if you're taking it the wrong way. Imagine this for years. You've been faithfully taking a calcium pill after breakfast, convinced you're protecting your body. Then one day, your doctor tells you that your arteries are calcified or that kidney stones have formed. You're shocked you've never smoked, rarely drink, and eat healthy. So what went wrong? The truth is that after 60, your body no longer handles minerals the same way it used to. Calcium doesn't automatically go to your bones anymore. Without the right guides, that calcium starts to wander off course instead of strengthening bones. It settles inside your arteries, kidneys, and soft tissues. Over time, this buildup hardens your arteries, makes blood flow harder, and increases your risk of high blood pressure, stroke, and kidney problems. Many people think the more calcium, the stronger the bones. But large studies from the U.S. and Canada have shown that those who take calcium alone without vitamin D3, vitamin K2, and magnesium have a 27% higher risk of arterial calcification. The body works like an orchestra. Calcium is the raw material. Vitamin D3 opens the door for absorption. Vitamin K2 acts as the guide directing calcium into the bones. And magnesium is the gatekeeper keeping your heart rhythm and blood vessels in balance. Without this trio, calcium becomes a silent traitor. It can stiffen your joints, weaken your heart, tire your kidneys, and even trigger insomnia or that heavy, sluggish feeling many older adults can't quite explain. Let me share the story of Helen, 66, from Toronto. For 10 years, she took calcium pills every night to prevent osteoporosis. One day, she felt a sharp pain in her lower back. After an ultrasound, doctors found 3 small kidney stones. She was stunned. How could something meant to protect her health turn against her? When she switched to low-dose calcium citrate, paired it with vitamin D3 and K2, and added magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds and kale, everything changed. Within months, her pain was gone, her sleep improved, and she felt lighter and more at ease than she had in years. If you want to take calcium the right way, remember these 3 things. First, never take calcium alone, always pair it with vitamin D3 and K2. Second, choose calcium citrate over carbonate. It's gentler and easier to absorb. Third, never forget magnesium. It's the gatekeeper that keeps calcium from ending up in the wrong places. You may have been taking calcium for decades without anyone ever explaining this to you. But now you know how to turn that silent traitor back into your ally. However, there's still one more hidden truth about a vitamin once praised as an anti-aging miracle. But when taken the wrong way, it can actually raise your risk of cancer and heart failure. You'll want to stay for this one, because what comes next might completely change the way you think about supplements forever. Vitamin E, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? For decades, it's been marketed as the key to youth, the heart protector, and the ultimate anti-aging vitamin. But behind that glowing image lies a darker truth. Synthetic vitamin E, the very type millions of people over 60 take every day, can actually increase the risk of cancer and heart failure when taken the wrong way. Most people don't realize there are 2 very different kinds of vitamin E, natural and synthetic. On the label, They're separated by just a few small letters, D-alpha tocopherol natural and DL-alpha tocopherol synthetic. Yet that tiny difference can mean the line between health and harm. Natural vitamin E is a family of 8 powerful compounds, 4 tocopherols and 4 tocotrienols, working together as an antioxidant team to protect your cells from aging. Synthetic vitamin E, however, is made from petrochemicals and contains only one form, throwing your body's balance off and even blocking the absorption of natural vitamin E. In other words, instead of helping your body, it's quietly making it weaker. Take Robert, 70, from Calgary. He took 400 IU of synthetic vitamin E every day, believing it would strengthen his heart. But after a few years, he began to feel fatigued. His heart raced, and breathing became difficult. Tests revealed mild arrhythmia, and the surprising cause was the very vitamin he thought was harmless. Studies from the U.S. Institute of Medicine and Harvard University confirmed that high doses of synthetic vitamin E, over 400 IU per day, can increase the risk of prostate cancer, heart failure, and even premature death in older adults. Meanwhile, natural vitamin E, especially blends containing all tocopherols and tocotrienols, can boost memory, protect the heart, and reduce inflammation in the brain. If you're taking vitamin E, pause for a moment and check your bottle. If the label says DL-alpha tocopherol, throw it away. Instead, look for D-alpha tocopherol, or, even better, mixed tocopherols, which contain all 4 natural forms your body truly needs. You can also get vitamin E naturally from foods like almonds, sunflower seeds, extra virgin olive oil, avocados, and leafy green vegetables. Just a handful of nuts a day can provide a safe, effective dose, no pills required. Remember, after 60, the body becomes more delicate. A small mistake can cause long-term harm to your heart, brain, or liver. Don't let something marketed as anti-aging actually speed up the very aging you're trying to slow down. But there's still another culprit, and even more familiar vitamin 1 that's praised for improving vision, skin, and immunity. Yet when overused, it can damage your liver, cause dizziness, and even weaken your bones. The truth about it will surprise you in the next section. Vitamin A, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? Since childhood, we've been told that vitamin A keeps our eyes sharp, boosts immunity, and gives us healthy skin. But after the age of 60, this so-called good vitamin can turn into a double-edged sword, especially if you're taking the wrong form or too much of it. As we age, our bodies can no longer process vitamin A as efficiently as before. The liver, where vitamin A is stored, slows down, allowing it to accumulate instead of being used properly. And when it builds up, it becomes toxic. The results can include dizziness, nausea, hair loss, dry skin, joint pain, and even brittle bones that can fracture from a simple fall. What's worse, most people have no idea they're overdosing on vitamin A because the early signs are so subtle. Fatigue, poor appetite, mild headaches, or insomnia. Many seniors mistake these for signs of aging or stress, until blood tests reveal elevated liver enzymes or unexpected bone loss. Take Linda, 67, from Vancouver. She took a 10,000 IU vitamin A capsule every day, thinking it would protect her vision. After 2 years, she began to experience dizziness, dry skin, joint pain, and even worsening eyesight. Her test results showed that her vitamin A levels were twice the safe limit, and her liver was already showing signs of mild toxicity. When she stopped taking the supplement and switched to natural beta-carotene sources like carrots, pumpkins, and leafy greens, her symptoms slowly disappeared. Research from Harvard University and the Mayo Clinic warns that taking more than 3,000 mcg, 10,000 IU of vitamin A per day, over time, can significantly increase the risk of bone loss and fractures in older adults, especially in postmenopausal women. If you want to support your eyes and skin safely, remember this. First, avoid high doses of retinol or retinol palmitate unless prescribed by a doctor. Second, choose natural beta-carotene. Your body only converts what it needs, so it won't accumulate. Third, pair it with foods rich in vitamin E and zinc to enhance absorption and effectiveness safely. You can find safe, natural sources of vitamin A in carrots, pumpkins, spinach, ripe mangoes, egg yolks, and fish liver. Just adding a small portion of orange or green vegetables to each meal can naturally nourish your eyes and skin. Remember, after 60, more doesn't always mean better. Sometimes, being too careful taking too many good vitamins can quietly make your body weaker. But even if you've understood vitamin A, there's still another group of nutrients ones that seem harmless but can damage your liver and nervous system when used incorrectly. And the most alarming part, they're found in nearly every multivitamin pill you take each day. If you've made it this far, congratulations, because this final part may be the most important piece for your health, longevity, and mental clarity in the years ahead. It's hard to believe, but there's a group of common multivitamins that seem harmless. The same ones millions of people over 60 take every morning that are quietly damaging their liver, nerves, and heart without them realizing it. And the worst part, the problem isn't how you take them, it's how they're made. I'm talking about synthetic vitamins, the kinds created in laboratories from cheap chemicals, rather than extracted from natural foods. On the label, they look identical: vitamin B, vitamin C, folic acid, but inside their chemical structure is different from the form your body actually recognizes. The result, your body absorbs them poorly, processes them incorrectly, and slowly builds up toxicity over time. Think of your liver as a processing factory. Every day, it filters hundreds of substances from food, medication, and even the air you breathe. Now imagine adding more work to that factory, forcing it to break down synthetic compounds like cyanocobalamin synthetic vitamin B12 or folic acid artificial folate. For a younger person, maybe it can keep up. But after 60, your liver is working at half its strength while the toxins are doubling. Eventually, that factory becomes overloaded, liver enzymes rise, fatigue increases, sleep becomes restless, and your memory starts to fade. But there is a way out, and it's simpler than you might think. Nutrition experts now agree on one powerful truth: go back to nature. Choose food-based vitamins made from real vegetables, fruits, yeast, algae, or herbs. These natural forms are not only easier to absorb, but they also come with hundreds of companion nutrients that help your body stay balanced. For example, instead of taking synthetic B12, choose methylcobalamin or adenosylcobalamin, two natural forms your body can use immediately. Instead of folic acid, look for 5-MTHF, the active form your brain and heart truly need. And whenever possible, rely on real food, because one plate of leafy greens, a handful of nuts, and a balanced meal can provide more nourishment than any synthetic pill that costs a fortune. Remember, your body doesn't need more, it needs right. Sometimes, true health doesn't come from adding more, but from removing what isn't necessary. And perhaps that's the greatest lesson of aging gracefully, that health isn't a matter of luck, but a series of wise choices made with awareness. You don't need a miracle cure. What you need is to understand your body, treat it with love, and choose what's best for it, even in the smallest ways. If you're still watching, take a moment right now. Breathe deeply. Place your hand over your heart and say softly, "From today, I will take care of myself with awareness." Because the moment you make that decision is the moment your body begins to heal itself.